So let's put some materials on here. I'm going to come down here to Material Manager with the curve selected, and we'll hit File, New Material, and I'll double click it, and let's just call this pin white. Really original. And actually I'm going to keep that default gray right there. Under diffusion, let's hit the texture and hit some noise on there. That'll be good. Let's open up the noise, and when you work with this noise parameter, you can actually see that there's a number of different variables, all computer generated noise patterns. All right, so we have a basic noise on there, but you can look at all the different ones here and see which ones you might like a turbulence, FBM, and some of these are very similar in other programs as well, right? And they're basically just different formulas of math that are creating these patterns. And there's some off screen here, so I'm going to choose the, I don't even know how to say that, but I like how it looks. And from there, we're actually going to play with the clip level a little bit. We're going to bring that down. Okay, so it's just kind of spotty on there. And we may go in and change this a little bit later, but for right now that'll work just fine for us. You can also work with the global scale if you want to increase these, and this is just going to help create just kind of some noise on there. Okay, and for the black, I'm actually going to make it a little more gray. I don't want it to be so spotty. We're not making Dalmatians here. We're just kind of doing something like that. Okay, and you can open this up and you can even play with your patterns there. I think I'm going to go just a little bit higher on it, like that, just so there's a little bit of noise on there. Okay, and then I'll drag that onto the pin. Okay, and we're going to mess those up a little bit later. Give it kind of a neat look. Maybe put some chips on there. All right, so for polygon mode now, I got my select on. I'm going to press U and press L for a loop select. And I'm going to choose maybe this one and this one. And let me do this. I'm going to pull this off and I'm going to put it here. That way we can get to our select tools much easier. Zoom out a little bit. Then hold the Shift key and we'll just add these in. Let's create a new material. Double click that. This is pin red, and we'll just give it a nice reddish color. Like that. And let's drop that on that selection. Okay, so we'll do a quick render, and we got a pin. Lovely. And you can put another stripe up there if you want. Maybe attach an image to it. But for right now, that's going to work because we want to concentrate a little bit more on our dynamics. So we'll save the scene. Let's pull this out of here. We'll just undock it and close it. All right, so there is our pin. Now, what's going to happen when we have our dynamics is that this thing's going to really calculate a lot. So for right now, I'm going to turn off the NURBS. Okay, we'll do that on a final. We can still calculate everything with this. And in fact, I might even, I'm going to pull this out of here. I think for this time, just remove the NURBS. And the reason is because I feel that we're not going to be up close on this, that we're going to see, and it's still pretty clean if we're up close. But up along the top in some areas, if we had the regular hyper NURBS on, it'd be a lot cleaner, but we're going to render out like this. We're going to have a whole set of pins. Okay, and what we're going to do is actually set up that pin structure. So let's move on to the next video, and I'll show you a good way to do that.